You awaken before dawn, the darkness thick as old velvet. Even in slumber, your mind churns with the twin serpents of fear and regret, loops coiling around your heart as if they belong. Today, you refuse to let them haunt you from the shadows. You will step out of bed, steady your breath, and face the hidden place you have long avoided, the shadow you cast upon your own soul. Only by descending into your darkness can you reclaim the light that waits beyond each fracture. You throw off the covers and sit on the edge of the bed, your feet pressing into the cold floorboards. The familiar knot in your chest tightens as you sense the unspoken sorrows gathering. Shame tucked in a broken corner, anger lodged behind your ribs, sorrow smothered beneath forced smiles. You murmur, "I see you," and let acknowledgement release a fraction of the tension. You rise, determined to meet what you have long denied. You pull on a loose sweater, its worn fabric a gentle armor, then slip into jeans and boots. Each layer readies you for the journey ahead. You head to the bathroom and catch your reflection in the mirror. Weary eyes, drawn cheeks, shoulders curved as though carrying invisible chains. You reach out and rest a palm on your jaw, feeling the warmth beneath your fingertips. You whisper, "I have hidden behind my own eyes." In that half-light you recognize both fear and resilience. You wash your face under cold water, the droplets jolting you into wakefulness. When you lift your face, your eyes glisten with unspent tears. You hold their gaze for a moment and murmur, "I will not turn away." You step outside into the pre-dawn chill. The world waits in hush, each breath filling you with a crisp scent of possibility. You begin toward the forest's edge, a place where trees stand sentinel, roots sunk deep into earth older than your memory. At the lip of the woods, you hesitate, feeling the hush sharpen as you cross into shadow. The path narrows beneath intertwined branches, the sky above reduced to a sliver of midnight blue. You pause beneath an ancient oak, its trunk gnarled like hardened scars. Around its base, shadows gather thickly in hollows of moss and fern. You murmur, "Here is where my shadow dwells." You follow the winding trail deeper, each footstep on damp leaves echoing. The hush intensifies as though the forest itself respects your purpose. You sense the specter of your own sorrow rising. The moment you betrayed yourself, the details of a swallowed apology, the sting of an unspoken truth. Memories flicker like phantoms in your mind's eye, demanding you look at them fully. You murmur, "Here I meet you." A small clearing reveals itself, the ground carpeted in fallen needles. You sink to your knees, pressing palms into the cool congestion of earth. You close your eyes and let the hush press in until your sorrows pulse in your chest. You whisper, "I feel your ache." The sorrow flares hot and sharp, but you breathe into it instead of recoiling. Each breath becomes a lifeline, grounding you as you let the darkness in rather than run from it. You stand and walk to a stream whose waters lie black in the dim light. You kneel on a flat stone and lift your gaze to the faint ribbon of dawn at the horizon. You murmur, "I face you." You cup the cold water in your hands and let it trickle through your fingers. The chill seeps into your flesh, anchoring you in this moment. You lean your forehead against the stone's edge, your tears mingling with the creek's gentle murmur. You whisper, "I weep to release the lies I swallowed." When the tremor ebbs, you stand and let the cold air rise to warm your cheeks. You sense the shadows hold loosen, no longer a predator but a companion waiting to be understood. You whisper, "I honor you as part of my being." The forest hush becomes a cradle for your reawakening, your sorrow and your strength merging. You feel shoulders relax, breath deepen, and spirit ease. You return to the clearing and walk toward the faint light. Each footstep unspools threads of resilience into your bones. As you emerge from the trees, the sky has brightened to a soft lavender, the first promise of dawn. You turn back once more to the shadows and murmur, I have walked through your depths and returned whole. You make your way home in the growing light, carrying the hush of the forest in your heartbeat. A reminder that your shadow is not to be banished but befriended. At your front door you pause, hand on its cool wood. You murmur, "I step into my day as one unbroken." You enter and let the dawn fill your rooms, dissolving any lingering chill. In the kitchen you heat water for tea, ginger and chamomile, a mixture made to soothe the rawness that remains. You cradle the mug and let its warmth settle in your palms, anchoring your spirit. You open your journal and write, "Today I journeyed into my own shadow, met the voice of self-doubt, bowed before my sorrow, and let it become a bridge, not a barrier. In the hush of that descent, I reclaimed my light." You close the journal and know that as the sun climbs, you carry both shadow and light within you. When that old voice whispers that you cannot, you will remember this morning's pilgrimage into the forest hush, how you felt your sorrow and rose unbroken. You murmur to the brightening day, "I carry my shadow with compassion and my light with intention."